Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to Bloodborne on the PS4. As usual, my name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict, and you join me for another post-commentary boss fight in my patent-pending style. Today we are taking on Mergo's Wet Nurse, who is the final boss in the main game. There are two more to do to actually finish the game, but she is the final boss in any of the normal areas. So this is at the end of the Nightmare Immensis. I actually beat her with a cooperator, but the fight is really short, so I decided to show you my first take on her, which also has the cutscene for when she arrives. But just look at this boss arena. This boss arena is fantastic. It's almost it's like a rotunda, but it's almost like a coliseum. You know, it's just like you're in this circular pit, and you'd expect people baying over the top. So she's a very aggressive boss. She looks a little bit like she's wearing Eileen's outfit, because she's got the feathers, she's got the pointed helm, even though she actually doesn't appear to have a face. And she also uses some pretty big versions of the Blades of Mercy. Now, she's a hyper-aggressive, hyper-damaging boss. It's very, very hard to take hits from her. I have 31 vitality at the minute, as we're doing this. And she was able to take off my health in 3 hits. So, as you can see, you can roll through most of her attacks. She's weak against lightning, so of course I'm using my +8 Tonitrus. When she hits with that one, she can do it once like she did there, or she can do it 3 times. Like, just do it once there, and look how much health she took off for just one fucking attack. So obviously, that's it's a 2 blood vial job to get me back to normal. So the key to fighting her is to bait her attacks out. You can roll underneath there. This is the triple attack. Oh no, it's a double attack. I'll tell a lie. She also has this one, which is like kind of a cross-blades attack, which it doesn't hit you that hard, but it can stun lock you, so it can hit you multiple times. Yep, there you go. One. Is she going to do a second one? Yeah, she is. There she goes for the second one, and then there'll be a third follow-up. There you go. Oh, and then a fourth one. Maybe there were 2 separate combos. Either way, I just kept whacking her with a Tonitrus here. If you can try and get behind her, you should avoid the blades quite nicely. Obviously, if you're fighting her on her own, she's going to track you quite quickly. She turns around very quickly compared to some of the bosses. I think that's possibly down to the fact that she's not so big. That makes sense in the grand scheme of bosses. There's been much bigger that we've fought. If you can, just do try and roll under her attacks. It is perfectly possible if you time it right. When she does this attack, you just get behind her and you can whack her. Obviously, make sure you're in range of her. I think she moves forward to prevent you doing a charge attack. Although if you're using something with a bit of range, like the Sword Spear or Ludwig's Holy Blade in its Greatsword form, I'm sure you could probably land a hit. Tonitrus is a very short-range weapon. She'll do a slam down attack in a couple of minutes, which, yeah, here, this. That is a perfect time if you can get behind her to get some hits on her. Obviously, this is the first time I'm fighting her, so I didn't know what the score was. And obviously, when she slams down like that, you want to just try and get behind her. I dodged to the wrong direction on that one. You've got to kind of pay attention to where she's moving her arms. She can swipe out like that, which can score some big damage if she catches you, because that's all 6 blades at once. But if you can pay attention to where her hands are going, you can kind of get around there, you can get under the attacks and get into the, give her a lot of damage. The wild swinging arms thing like that, it stun locks you so easily. Like I say, each hit doesn't take too much damage off you. As you've seen there, I got clipped by it and I only lost a little bit of health. But obviously if she hits you with all 6 blades, you're going to lose a lot of health very fucking quickly. And that one, yeah, like I say, that'll do a lot of damage to you very quickly. She is weak to fire. I think she's resistant to arcane. But you'll have to check on the wiki on that one. The link will be in the description. Just keep backing off when she does that one. If you think you can get around behind her, go for it. But as you can see, the attacks are quite wide. You'd be very lucky if you can get if you happen to be in front of her when she starts doing that attack to get behind her. Now this is the point where I died, because she summons this purple mist, and this is a great point to actually get some damage on her if you can get behind her. But she summons a second version of her with much longer arms that tracks you around the arena, and I was freaking out here because I had no fucking clue what was going on, and I didn't realise what was actually going on until I got out. But it tracks you around the arena, and basically you end up with the second one. Now the second one you can kill in one hit, but it's a case of spotting it and killing it. Once you kill it, the haze disappears. But there you go. Oh no, there I go. I died. Yeah, so the copy will disappear eventually once you manage to hit it once. But she'll teleport around the room. Now this is my successful run. Now you'll see why I said this is so short, because the guy I'm with, he's clearly very high level. I'm level 70 at this point, and he's just kicking ass. I think he probably has a +10 rifle spear. And between us we go straight in here, and we actually managed to do it without her casting the mist, because that rifle spear of his can stagger her. But if you see, you'll hit her there, he's taking huge chunks of health off for the first couple of hits, he's getting out of the way. I'm managing to get in there and do some damage. It was a pretty good team effort, actually. My gun for some reason doing 73 damage compared to his doing hundreds of damage, but that's what you get for leveling up a rifle spear. I'm definitely going to have to, when I go into New Game Plus, try that weapon. But there we go, we're in there. She's almost down, and one more hit. And there she goes. She's gone. It was that quick as well. Maybe that was a, what, 40-second boss fight again? I've done a couple of those with cooperators. But I was so happy that we finally got this done. I think this is maybe my 5th attempt on her. I'd actually given up recording. What I was going to do is, if I managed to do it without cooperation, I was just going to export it from the PlayStation. But yeah, so that is the nightmare completed, as it were. The nightmare slain, as opposed to prey slaughtered. We also get the 3rd umbilical cord, which means I now have 3 parts of the umbilical cord, because I got Ariana underneath Erden Chapel. So yeah, so we now can go back to the Hunter's Dream. And when I go back here, sorry, I was in the middle of talking to somebody at the time. Yeah, we go back to the Hunter's Dream, and you will see there is a change to the place. Because we now have the final 2 bosses to take on, which are Gehrman, the first hunter, and the Moon Presence. And as we awake in the dream, in a second, when the loading screen goes, the house is on fire. Oh, it's all kind of chaos, but the doll seems nonplussed by it. So yeah, so I'm going to leave this here. The next episode will be another post-commentary boss fight with Gehrman, and then Moon Presence, and then that'll be the end of the, well, end of New Game. But if you enjoyed this, please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and please do come back for the final 2 parts of Bloodborne in the next couple of days. Thank you for watching. Good night.